What is happening, everybody? I am done. I colored in every single icon on this bookmark. That is a 90s themed little thing. I don't know what you want to call this stuff. But anyway, the point is that each colored in item represents a book that you finish, and each of the books that you finish represents an entry into the drawing that has something to do with some monetary means, which of course I'm just going to use that money to buy more books. But anyway, I'm turning this in Monday. I'll fill this out and turn it in Monday. So here's the books that I ended up reading from the end of May all the way up into July. So I read the second book in Ellie Modesitt's Spellsong Cycle series. This is a series consisting of 5 books. They are subcategorically, they are a portal fantasy having to do with this woman named Anna, who is transported into this magical world in which the power of the voice, the singing voice, has the ability to wreak havoc and do all these magical, amazing things. And so anybody and everybody within this world is vying for her abilities so that they can conquer other lands and so forth and so on. So anyway, absolutely love the series. Not the best, very late 90s, has a misogynistic kind of ring to it that sometimes it's a little too much. But anyway, I love these complex, big, thick fantasy books where you have to like keep your eye on the ball the whole time, otherwise you'll get lost. So anyway, I read that book. After that, I did read The 7 Daughters of Dupree by Nikesha, Elise Williams. Of course, highly recommended. Absolutely love this book. I don't have a copy of it because I checked it out from the library. Then I read this third book in Modesitt's Spellsong Cycle series, which is called Darksong Rising. It continues the story of Anna and her abilities as a soprano sorceress, casting all these spells all over this magical world, trying to thwart the advances of all these other high officials in other realms. Anyway, the book series consists of 5 books. This closes out a specific arc with the character of Anna, and then the second or the final 2 books has to do with another character, her mentor basically. Then I decided to switch it up with some manga. I got the Case Files of Julia Richard, which is the second volume within the series. Absolutely love this series because it's a little slow burning boys love or MM love with a nice blend of mystery as it regards to how certain clients come to Julia Richard's office and look for different jewels and all this kind of stuff. So it's episodic in that sense. But anyway, absolutely love it. Loved it so much that I went on ahead and bought the 3rd and 4th volumes. Easy win. Then I did read I Think Our Son Is Gay by Okura, which, you know, it was pretty much okay. But I think the thing about it was that each of these different volume or episodes were very much bite-sized pieces to the point where I didn't get like this overarching story within it. But you know, I'll give it another go with the 2nd volume later on. Then I decided that I can't talk. Then I decided to switch it back up with some nonfiction. I read We Refuse, A Forceful History of Black Resistance by Kellie Carter Jackson. Absolutely amazing book. Love this book. One thing I love about these books is that they give you sort of these, not even anecdotes, but just these snippets of some much more bigger stories, which allow you to be introduced to these stories and these people in history, so that you can go explore and dive deeper into what exactly occurred during the particular time period in which they were resisting. So here we go, oppression basically. So anyway, yeah, absolutely love this book. I decided to do a reread of Glory and Death after so many years, just to get rid of this Eve Dallas itch that I was having. So Glory and Death, we all know I love this series. Then I read The Sparsholt Affair by Hollingshurst, a book that I highly do not recommend. Do not waste your time with this book. Although it starts off on a fantastic, great note, it dissolves within the 2nd act. Hollingshurst is just doing a little bit too much with the ambiguity of things, and I never seem to like the vast majority of his characters for their snobbiness. But anyway, I did read this book, and let me tell you, I read it, I finished it at the library, and I immediately took it to the Friends of the Library bookstore to be donated. Sorry, not interested, don't want to keep it. And then now I did read Where Are the Boys by Christopher Murphy, which is very good. Black queer thriller, crime thriller. It has a lot of different things going on, from serial killer to the tracking of a con man, a little bit of international travel, missing boys, serial killer. Like I said, you know, very much was surprised by how much I loved this book or how much I enjoyed it, to the point where I want to know everything that was going to happen. So Where the Boys Are was a win. And then finally, we closing out the reading of How to Build a Fashion Icon by Law Roach, another book that I really did enjoy, to the point where I made some notations in here, and of course I copied down the quotes or whatnot inside of my reading journal. So anyway, I did it. I am completely done. And the thing is, for me, is it's so early that I am ready to go and find me another book to read, because I just want to read books. That's all I want to do. And I'll be turning this in Monday. And when I get that money, girl, I'm telling you, I'm going to buy me some more books. I already got them in my cart online. Bye-bye.